recession. And the tech industry is taking major hits. Microsoft just announced another 5,000 layoffs, and Yahoo expected to hand out more pink slips as well. So why are they competing then to hire foreign workers? With so many Americans out of work, why bring in so many foreign workers? Here for a fair and balanced debate from Californians for Population Stabilization, Rick Altman, and from the National Foundation for American Policy, Stuart Anderson. Guys, thanks very much for joining us today.
Thank you.
Rick, does it trouble you? Do you are of the opinion that they're just bringing in these foreign workers because they don't cost as much as American workers?
Well, this is always the argument that they need to have more workers when, in fact, we have skilled Americans who could take the jobs. When we know that foreign workers will work for less money, that is, in fact, the motivation for bringing them in.
Of course, Stuart, now a lot of these guys and gals come in because they apply for the H-1B visas for, highly skilled employees from other countries. But how highly skilled are these people that are getting these visas granted?
Well, the way that companies compete in the global marketplace is by hiring talented people. And what they find is when they go and recruit on college campuses, half to three-quarters of the graduate students in key tech fields like electrical engineering and computer science are foreign nationals. So if you were to just shut off their hiring of half to three-quarters of the potential labor pool, you'll find fewer jobs and innovations created in the United States. That's why, in addition to over 90% of their employees being Americans and legal resident, sometimes companies need to hire individuals. Otherwise, their competitors will hire them, or the companies themselves will have to hire them outside the United States, and it's better to hire them in the United States.
Rick, are you of the opinion that qualified candidates for these jobs are living in the United States right now, and we should not let the foreign employees in?
Here's what we see. We see information from both sides of the debate, what I believe is the market. If, in fact, there was a shortage of qualified high-tech workers, wages would be going up because we know that the law of supply and demand will always work. We are not seeing wages going up. We do see foreign workers working for less, and this is at the expense of American high-tech workers.
Stuart?
We see that there's a global market for talent, and companies are required to pay comparable to an American. In addition, they pay $5,000 to $6,000 in legal and government fees, another $10,000 if they want to sponsor the person in the United States. But the problem is that we have to get out of this politically correct notion that everyone should be able to be hired for every job. Some people are right for a job, some people aren't. The question is, do we want the Labor Department or the people who brought us Fannie Mae and the Post Office and the federal government to be the ones making those decisions, or do we want the specialists who work in human resources at innovative tech companies? I think we want the companies making the decisions.
Rick, I'll give you the final word.
In the past, we've heard anecdotes about the H-1B system being abused. Secretaries here working on H-1Bs who certainly are not high-tech workers. We need to know who's going to be doing the checking, and we need to be sure that we actually have a shortage of workers, which, of course, the law of supply and demand is not showing us that we have such a shortage.
Well, there you go. A fair and balanced debate. Rick Altman from the Californians for Population Stabilization, and Stuart Anderson, the Executive Director at the National Foundation for American Policy. Guys, thanks very much for joining us.
Thank you.
All right, 27